The movie starts with a man talking on TV. He is the creator and director of the show. Taking one quick look at him, and you can already tell the guy thinks he's a god. He says people are bored with special effects and fake actors making fake faces. He says the town Truman lives in is not real, but Truman is a real guy. The Truman Show is Truman's real life. He says many people watch Truman all night because it makes them feel good. The man says his own life is this show. The show is how he lives. And it is a good life. So yes, Truman is a real guy living his life in a fake city. Everyone around him is an actor. His wife is an actress playing a role. Everything around him is a big lie. And poor guy, he has no privacy. Now the story begins. It is day number 10,909. I've seen some long reality shows, but if this one were real, it would 100% take the trophy. Truman wakes up in a pretty town called Sea Haven.
Truman, you're gonna be late.
Okay.
His wife calls. He walks outside and says his catchphrase. He is brutally attacked by a dog called Pluto. The other one...
Morning, Truman.
Morning, Spencer.
Hey, Pluto. Oh, no.
Get down.
He won't hurt you.
Get down. Yeah, I know.
A piece of the set suddenly falls from the sky right next to Truman. He takes a closer look, having no idea what the heck that thing is. Then, inside the car, the excuse for it comes on the radio.
An aircraft in trouble began shedding parts as it flew over Sea Haven just a few moments ago. Wow, luckily no one was hurt.
He buys a magazine for his wife. He talks nice to more people and tries to sell insurance. While Truman's out there trying to make a living, they're busy using him for product placement. And now we learn Sea Haven is the best place on Earth. At work, where he sells insurance, super boring by the way, his boss basically hints that he might get fired if he doesn't focus on his job. So he calls one of those phone operator ladies trying to find someone named Lauren or Sylvia Garland in Fiji. But she's like, yeah, no, nothing like that exists. She's actually one of the most important characters in the whole movie. But you don't really realize that until later on. Was the magazine really for his wife? He tries to get on a boat, but he can't. He's afraid of water because of something that happened when he was a kid. He lost his father in the water, which is really sad. He talks to his wife, product placement. He talks to his best friend, product placement again. He wants to travel, but his wife won't let him. I wonder why. Truman is being watched 24/7. So do people get to see literally everything? When Truman and his wife are alone doing adult stuff, do people watch that too?
You never see anything anyway. They always turn the camera and play music, and the wind blows in and the curtains move, and you don't see anything.
While drinking the beer they are advertising on the show, he tells his best friend Marlon he wants to quit his job and leave the town. But his wife just doesn't get it. He's set on going to Fiji, as far away from Sea Haven as possible. Fiji is where Sylvia is supposedly living, and later on, you find out why he's so obsessed with seeing her. Then there's this flashback to when Truman was a kid, losing his dad in a storm while they were out on a boat. It's honestly super traumatic and kinda explains a lot about him. So yeah, Truman grows up thinking his dad is gone for good, until one day he spots a guy who looks exactly like him, but now he's dressed like a homeless guy. Everyone around him suddenly starts acting against him. They all try to block him, distract him, do whatever they can to stop him from reaching the guy. And it actually works. Truman doesn't get to talk to him.
Stop the bus! Somebody stop it! Somebody stop the bus! Stop the bus!
So Truman tells his mom what happened, saying it was super weird, and that if it wasn't his dad, then it had to be like his twin or something, because the guy looked exactly like him. But then his mom kind of shuts it down, reminding him his dad was an only child and basically talking him out of the whole idea. Then we get another flashback, this one from when Truman was younger, when he met his wife, and more importantly, when he met Sylvia. Sylvia is her real name, but to Truman she introduces herself as Lauren. The problem is, Lauren wasn't even supposed to be his love interest. The plan was always for him to end up with Meryl. So, the show's production literally removes Lauren from the situation, while Meryl starts trying way too hard to get Truman's attention. He runs into Lauren again in the school library. He even finds out she speaks a little Japanese. So she's not just pretty, she's also cool. They instantly click. You can tell right away they're into each other.
Would you want to maybe possibly sometime go out for some pizza or something? Like Friday?
Then she gets closer to him and says,
"If we don't go now, it won't happen. Do you understand? So what do you want to do?"
They go on a date, trying to get as far away as possible. Everything's going great, they're just enjoying being together, and then out of nowhere, a car pulls up. This guy jumps out and grabs Sylvia, saying she's his daughter and that she has mental issues. But Sylvia keeps insisting, trying to tell Truman something's not right. Truman just stands there, not really knowing what to do with any of it, and eventually, he ends up marrying Meryl anyway. The radio suddenly glitches out, and Truman starts hearing people basically narrating his life. Like they're literally saying what he's doing while he's driving. driving. At that point, he's like, okay, something's seriously off. So instead of just going to work like usual, he switches things up and goes for a walk. He ends up entering this building and tries to get on the elevator, but then he freezes. Inside, there's this open wall that's not supposed to be there, and behind it, you can actually see part of the show's production. And now he's just standing there, completely confused, like,
What's happening? Nothing. Just tell me what's happening.
he goes to Marlon for help, but Marlon just brushes it off, saying Truman's overthinking it. You dreaming too much, my boy. At this point, Truman's done. He really wants out, so he goes to buy a ticket to Fiji, and the lady at the counter says,
I'm sorry, I don't have anything for at least a month.
he tries taking a bus, but yeah, that doesn't work out either. By now, he probably already knows Meryl isn't really on his side. Still, he gets in the car with her and tries to leave town. But suddenly, traffic from everywhere just blocks the streets like it's planned. So he switches it up and decides to go through this road that's been blocked forever. And I'm not even kidding. They straight up put a fire barrier there to stop him from leaving. Then, right when it feels like he might actually make it out, boom! There's this emergency at the Sea Haven nuclear power plant. They start telling him he has to turn back. Like it's basically Chernobyl disaster out there. And then it gets even worse. This random cop calls him by his name. Like, how would this guy even know who he is? At that point, Truman just snaps. He gets out of the car and runs into the woods, trying anything to escape. But he doesn't get very far. They catch him, stop him, and send him right back home. This scene is honestly hilarious. Truman is already losing it because of everything going on around him. And while his wife is trying to calm him down, she's also sneaking in a product placement. Like, the guy is clearly freaking out, and she's just standing there smiling, holding this cocoa drink like she's in a commercial, talking straight to a hidden camera.
I've tasted other cocos. This is the best.
And Truman just completely loses it.
Upper slopes of Mountain Nicaragua, no artificial sweeteners.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Then this happens. Meryl just completely loses it and starts freaking out, even talking directly to the show's production right in front of Truman.
Do something!
Who are you talking to?
Nothing, I didn't say anything.
Like, super unprofessional.
It's unprofessional!
After she basically calls for help, Marlon suddenly shows up at Truman's house. What a coincidence, right?
Oh, thank God.
They go out for a beer, and Marlon starts playing mind games, trying to convince Truman he's just imagining everything. There's no secret, my guy. Then Truman's just sitting there in the dark, and he sees a man walking toward him. It's his dad. Of course, the show turns it into this huge, emotional moment, full-on spectacle. The audience eats it up. People are crying and everything. Meanwhile, Sylvia's watching too, and she's clearly disappointed. After that whole reunion, Truman kinda goes back to normal, acting like his usual self again, like nothing ever happened. He's sleeping in the basement, and the production is already getting ready to introduce a new love interest for him to replace Meryl.
Truman, this is Vivian. Vivian, this is Truman. Two of you are going to be neighbors.
That's when this guy notices something weird. The image is frozen, which means they lost the live feed on Truman. So of course, they send Marlon in again. But when he gets there, he realizes Truman is gone. And in his place, there's this fake snowman. Now the guy running everything, the wannabe god of the town, aka the show's director, goes full panic mode and calls everyone in. And I mean everyone. The whole town turns into this crazy dystopian manhunt. Every single person is out there looking for Truman. The big control room is in full panic mode, so they put this on screen. For the first time ever, people watching the show can't see what's happening live. The actors and the whole production crew are searching everywhere. Then they make a wild decision. They literally bring the sun up early just to get more light. And then it hits them. The one place Truman would never go. The sea. Except he did. There he is, out on a boat, sailing across the giant fake ocean. The guy actually faced his biggest fear just to escape that place. But then the director goes full psycho and orders a massive storm to stop him. The waves go crazy. The boat is getting wrecked. Water's pouring in everywhere. Truman ties himself to the boat so he doesn't get thrown off. And he's just screaming into the storm. At some point, the director finally calls it off and the storm stops. And for a second, everyone thinks Truman didn't make it. The boat suddenly hits a wall, and Truman realizes the whole ocean is fake. He climbs up these steps and finds a door with exit written on it. Then this huge voice comes from the sky.
You can speak. I can hear you.
Truman's like,
Who are you?
and the voice goes.
I am the creator of a television show.
Then Truman asks.
Then who am I? You are the star.
Then it hits him, so he asks.
Was nothing real?
And the voice says,
You were real.
and Truman just smiles. Then he drops his classic line one last time.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
And he walks through the door into the real world. And just like that, it's over. People watching the show are like, the show's done. And Sylvia looks very happy.